One day, I stumbled across a Japanese book called The Courage to Be Disliked. At first, I thought, what kind of courage is this? To be disliked? It seemed kind of intuitive. Why would anyone need courage to be disliked? After all, isn't it natural to want approval from others? But the more I thought about it, the more it haunted me. The idea, the courage to be disliked, slowly grew on me. And over the course of several days, I couldn't shake it. What this idea really meant. So I decided to buy the book and dive deeper. As I began reading, it felt like every page uncovered something new about myself. I realized how much my life was guided by the fear of being disliked. It was a powerful force that influenced my decisions, my interactions, and my relationships. It wasn't just about avoiding conflict. It was about seeking constant approval. And that's when I realized that fear of being disliked is what keeps us stuck in the same patterns, always trying to please others, even at the expense of our own happiness. When I first moved to Australia to study, I thought the biggest challenge would be adjusting to a life in a new country, navigating the cultural differences, and of course, studying a language that wasn't my own. But no, the real challenge came when I realized how much I was influenced by what others thought of me. I wanted to fit in, avoid being judged, and be liked by everyone. But at the same time, I felt suffocated, constantly worried about how others perceive me. That's when I came across a concept of a book called The Separation of Tasks. It was simple yet profound idea. You are only responsible for your own task in life. You cannot control or take responsibility for other people's tasks. And when we start infringing on other people's tasks, trying to control their actions or thoughts, that's when conflict arises. At first, I was skeptical. How could I just focus on my task and ignore what others think? But then I realized the only task I need to focus on is being myself. How others view me is not my task. It's theirs. And how others see you is not your task. It's theirs. And by trying to control that, I was just creating friction and anxiety in my life. Take, for example, an experience I had when I was in high school. I had this girlfriend I really liked. And one day, she didn't respond to my message. And instead of letting it go, I sent more messages, each one becoming desperate. I was trying to force her to respond the way I wanted. But all I achieved was pushing farther away. Looking back, I see that my task was simply ask her to hang out. Her task was to decide whether she wanted to join. I had no business trying to control her response. That was a perfect example of how I crossed the line into infringing on someone else's task. So what I've learned and what I want to share with you is that the courage to be disliked is not about giving up on being liked. It's about accepting that you cannot control how others perceive you or what they think about you. It's about letting go the need to please everyone and instead focusing on your path. If you're someone who is struggling with the fear of being disliked, I highly recommend reading The Courage to Be Disliked. It changed the way I think about relationships, approval, and living authentically. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you ever struggle with this fear. Or if you read the book, let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Alright, thanks so much for watching this video. Until then, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.